Hi, I'm Dr. David Stoker, board-certified plastic surgeon in Los Angeles. Today I'd love to share with you a beautiful result that we were able to achieve on a 70-year-old patient with several interesting things about her history. The first thing is that she had struggled with being very overweight earlier on in her life, and through a variety of mechanisms she was able to get it together and lose over 50 pounds. That was wonderful for her health, but it also kind of accelerated her aging. The weight gain stretched things out, and when she lost the weight, it really kind of melted. It gave her a melted appearance of her skin with wrinkles and laxity. You can see especially on the side profile views and looking at her neck. A lot of people come to me starting in their 40s or 50s for pan-facial rejuvenation. In her particular case, she wasn't particularly interested in that until now, right around the time of her 70th birthday. One of the reasons may be that she had a fuller face from being heavier and overweight that time. So when you are heavier, you don't have many wrinkles. But through losing the weight, turning 70 years old, and looking in the mirror and seeing those wrinkles, all of those things grouped together led her to me for pan-facial rejuvenation. So what we chose to do was my signature face and neck lift procedure using our Traceless technique. That made a huge difference in her neck area. Now, it's tougher on somebody in their 70s and in their decades earlier because their skin really doesn't have much elasticity left. And she had quite a bit of excess skin. But we were still able to get a dramatic improvement for her, as you can see from those before and after pictures. When we call it a Traceless procedure, it's more than just what the incisions look like. It's the overall effect. Does it look natural or not? In this case, it looks spectacular. Nobody can tell that she's had significant facial rejuvenation surgery, but the results are dramatic, and that's what we were seeking. Check out on the profile view, if you look at her incisions around her ears, you really can't see them at all. Even when I magnify it, I know where they are. I can see kind of a hint of them, but there's no way somebody who's not a plastic surgeon could tell. So that is indicative of the results that I would expect from my Traceless procedure. But we also performed upper and lower eyelid surgery, as well as fractional carbon dioxide laser resurfacing. Around her eyes, you can see so much more light getting into her eyes, less wrinkles and laxity and bags in her eyes than she had beforehand, and an overall significant improvement in the quality of her skin from the fractional carbon dioxide laser. She's shown approximately 3 months after surgery as well as before surgery in these comparison photographs, and I know she's really pleased with these results, as am I. This is Dr. David Stoker, board-certified plastic surgeon in Los Angeles, discussing pan-facial rejuvenation on a 70-year-old patient who had a history of significant weight loss.